What's going on, bro?
The rain.
The rain, the snow, all that, right?
Snow, sleet, all that. Yeah.
Man, so of course Deray Davis, he's a friend of the show. You've been here about like 3 times now.
I ain't your friend. Yeah, no. Yeah. I come here every time I come here. Definitely.
So, man, I want to get straight into this. There was an Instagram post that you made, and the quote was, "I talked, he laughed. He talked, I laughed," and it was a picture of you and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I said I talked and he laughed and he talked and I learned.
Yeah.
And I didn't want because everybody was going really into depth as far as like these long posts as far as like what like moments they had with Kobe and things like that. But we were in the club, so like the moment where it wasn't like something like you know indeed talk about. But I was talking to him about me getting up early, basically,
right,
and going to work, and he was like, "Well, if you know your limits, you should be able to." No matter how late you're staying out, you know your limits basically, as far as what you're able to do, you know when to stop.
Makes
most
sense.
most people still go further than what they're supposed to go. So if you know you're gonna drink 2 drinks when you go out, you drink one at 12, one at 2, you know your limits. Most times people out from 12 to 2, you're gonna drink from 12 to 2.
Yeah.
So it was on that level of how he pushes himself sometimes and how he knows his limits. So it don't matter how late he be at because he know what time he had to be at the gym. But it was on that level at that time. I met him. Other time I was asking for shoes.
Yeah.
He didn't talk long on them times.
Now, being that you're from LA, kind of like how is that city dealing with it right now? We're not from LA, but you know they're work a lot.
Yeah.
How's the city dealing with the death right now? You think?
Like any other place, I think it hit hard, man. It hit like I was saying yesterday. I did Instagram Live, and I was saying it felt like. When Nipsey passed, because you knew he was taken, it hit different because people was like, "Oh, we need to do better. Like this is gang violence," and he was out of that. Yeah. And you felt bad, and then someone made a reference. I think it was Jermaine Dupri that Nipsey was like Jesus, and you're like, and everyone got a little upset. People felt it was sort of blasphemous to certain degrees, but I knew it was coming from as far as what he was saying, like bring people together. So then when Kobe died. I really felt that Jesus thing. You felt it. Although you're like, no, it's not the Son of God. But I mean, as far as like people's ideas and ideals as far as like forgiveness. Because that next day, everybody was like, I forgive everybody.
I was just telling them like I felt like the whole world was humble.
Like I forgive. Yeah. I'm sorry for. Now, I also said some people went out their way to say stuff like, whatever I did to wrong you, please. That's just too far. It's not real.
Right.
It's not real. Realistically, it's immediate things. The petty hills that we live on. Me and my sister not speaking because I don't like how she said something to my nephew, and I'm not talking to her, and I could not talk to her for 4 or 5 months. Right. You know what I mean? She changed her number. She blocked me like that little stuff. Yeah. That
has to change.
That you feel like. If I didn't talk to her tomorrow, would this have been okay? Right. But if somebody come to your house and steal all your food, what I'm saying, break out, you'll be like, well, take it with you. Eat it off. Nah, I don't feel like that. I feel like, man, hey, bring my food back, then I'll give you some of it. I'll give you some of my food, but don't steal it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm still gonna punch you in the mouth. But so I feel like just the city itself felt that, and it was like, no, it's like not cope because like you really feel like we build these superheroes in our mind, right? And then when they go down. It hits you, no matter what kind of superhero it was, or what their kryptonite was. Right. Bill Cosby, we built this superhero in our mind, and it hit. No matter how many jokes we make, or how we try to be like, man, it still hit. It's like that was the guys in the hood who didn't have a dad. That was like your dream dad. He's like, oh, they solve everything in 30 minutes. Yeah. None of his kids look alike. He don't never say nothing. Right. And then it happened. Like a superhero got hit. With guys like that, who we put on that pedestal in our mind. So Kobe, sports-wise, drive-wise, afterwards, the way he did things, his mysterious thing that he did, like he wasn't like Michael Jordan. You're like Jordan. It was like Kobe had this mysterious thing about him. It's like, man, and then you felt it like the city. Like yesterday, you just felt everybody, it cloaked the city, like as far as
For sure. Well, let's shift gears for a little while. I kind of want to talk about you and what's new with Deray Davis. I know we got MTV Hip Hop Squares. Is that coming back?
Yeah, Hip Hop Squares come back for season 4. Don't know when we're shooting. I would like to know. Mr. Ice Cube. You watching this? So I like to get my affairs in order. You know what I mean? But they always work it out for me. They always work it like they know I'm touring, and I've got things on the books all the way through August.
Right.
And they know I'm not gonna cancel. The dates that people are buying tickets to do that.
And you get ready to go on tour with Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Those dates. So I got like last year I did maybe 40 days for Martin. This year I think we're gonna round out about 40 also.
That's what's up.
So it's cool because Martin, is just getting strong again.
Right.
And he ain't been on stage in a while, and to see him just go up and kick back in, it was pretty dope. And he's hosting, so it's like him hosting Def Jam, and I never got a chance to do Def Comedy Jam. I came later, although everybody they say I'm 58 years old. I don't know who changed my age.
Yo, the
Deray,
solid
man,
40. It's no secret you're a staple to like this comedic world. Talk about like the rise and like how did you get here? You know what I mean? Because I know it wasn't easy.
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
Yeah, people always say I'm just gonna say I just kept working. I put my head down like any other situation, and I stay working. I still don't think I'm there, even in people's minds, and they're like, "You're there," right? Because in my mind, I'm still trying to get to wherever it is. Even though I feel like I'm reaching my hands out, and it's like nothing there to grab onto as far as like because I'm consistently climbing and consistently trying to climb, and even if your mind feels stagnated for a minute, you know that you got to get out this place. You know what I mean? So I'll say. Comedically, you think you do something like I drop a Netflix special and then they'll give Dave Chappelle $40 million for his. You're like, oh, I ain't did nothing there. You know what I mean? Or, but you can't equate it to that. So you have to be like, what are your triumphs that you have? But I feel like I just stay working, man. That's it. Like I stay on stage. I'm always fresh. I know what my strengths are. One of them being the confidence that I go on stage with, regardless of the fact that something's super hilarious to just me or everybody. Yeah. And that's it, man. Like as far as like I don't look at it like there's no certain steps. Like if I was to write a book, which a how-to book, it wouldn't be about comedy because I've seen people come along with no true comedic experience and just blow up. So and then someone's watching that, like I want that pattern. Like I don't want to do the work. Right. I don't want to be in a basement in New York, or I don't want to, I don't want to do all that grinding and remembering what I said to make this joke better and how do I elevate this material and that material. Some people are like, no, I want to be on Instagram for 10 minutes and I want to go on stage tomorrow, and then that happens. So
I guess like that's the question I have. Like right now, we're living in a world of like social media. So you have like a lot of influencers who are coming through, but some are more so they're trying to I guess focus on followers more so than perfect that craft. In 2020, what is more important, the craft or the followers?
You talking?
I mean, as regards to actors, actresses, comedians, I mean, a little bit of everything.
Man, I always believe in carpentry.
Yeah.
I'm always about the build. I'm always about the craft. I'm always about the, if it all falls, what can you build this house without someone just putting you in it? Right. So I'm always about the craft.
I mean, because now we have like these social media stars who literally become stars overnight.
Yeah, but then the good thing about that, which when I first started, my only issue with any social media situation is that, one, if anything comes easy, it can go away easy. Two, if you know you got something from somewhere, regardless if you stole a style or a joke and made it into a skit, you got to credit that person. But there's no guild for comedians to say, oh, that's his joke, he owes me $5. The way, like, if I say a Jay-Z lyric right now, you could possibly not air it if the true people, if the people come forth and say, don't say it. Yeah. My comedy is my jokes or my lyrics. Yeah. So you can't just take that. But as far as you building your own platform and coming out, I would love, my daughter's 18. If she builds a platform on YouTube and that's her stardom, she owns that. She is that. You're not turning into, you're not trying to go run home and watch Martin, or you're trying to run home, you just on your phone. Like people tuning into just you, you get the same sponsorship and own everything, because it's about ownership end of the day. You know what I mean? So that was my only thing about it. But other than that, if you can get on in 10 minutes and but the thing is, taking away a lot of the older comics, like, because I came right in the middle, like Def Jam was ending, there was no real outlets for me, so I got a TV deal out of nowhere. It was like, but I still was hitting the road. I still want to be the funniest dude in the room. I still want to walk in the room, and the comics that are in the room, even at this time, the urban comic, black comic, whatever you want to call it, they know Deray here. They know, it ain't no, I ain't up there trying to do no. I'm not trying to be mediocre. I'm finna rock this room. There's a reason why I closed the Martin tour And people, and no disrespect to them, have been doing comedy longer than me.
Right.
It's the reason why I'm going live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Makes
like,
sense.
no matter what. And I've had some hard nights. I've had some nights where those guys went up there and my bet buddies, and I'd be like, oh man, damn, I got to work tonight. I got to really go out here. And then, but I still love that challenge rather than me being like, you know, I know how to navigate through it because I've done the work. Because I sat in the gym.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I Floyded it where Floyd stay ready, like no matter what. And people can say how he won and he didn't really fight nobody. And 51-0.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter how you put, I'm 50-0. No matter how I go out and tonight I couldn't get my true material out because y'all already rocked it like that. Now I got to do crowd work to get it. So I'll say in those instances is where it's important to have that background and not just be from an Instagram situation. Yeah. Like I can't just jump into Instagram tomorrow and be like, I want 7 million followers. Tomorrow, follow me. I want 7 million. People are like, no. The Instagram people be like, no, you got to work.
Yeah,
you know, you got to do these skits. So.
How is it being a businessman and, you know, balancing relationships? I know you have 2 daughters, and not only that, you got 2 girlfriends too. So, you know, if not 1 is enough, but man, like 2, bro, for real.
I think anything that you do, like people always say this. This is what I feel like is not a true statement. They say whatever you really want to do, you make time for it.
Right.
That's not always true. You don't always got time to make time. You know, you get tired, you get frustrated, you get moments where you just want to be to yourself. You might have a flashback from 3rd grade that bothered you or depressed you. You might want to go settle in. So you don't always. You might do that one day, and that's the day that your wives want to see you, or your girlfriend wants to see you, or your husband wants to see you that day. You don't want to see him that day. The next day, you're energetic as hell, and your friend comes over, and you're having a great time with that friend, and now your wife or significant other looking at you like, what was this at yesterday? You're like, it just wasn't there.
Right.
So it ain't that you're trying to make time. So the balance, I say, the balance has to come within always communication. There can't be no balance with relationships without communication. Saying, hey, I didn't feel good yesterday. I don't want to explain exactly what I was feeling, what I was going through, but today I feel a little better. So hopefully I'll feel like this on a day where me and you can spend time together also. So it's really that. One daughter's in college, so she ain't no balance to that. I just got to catch up with her.
And she modeling too.
And she's, thanks. I didn't know that. Thanks, man.
I see her on Instagram every now and then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dirtbag. I do my research.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Mr. Kelly.
Man, come on, y'all playing now. No, but I also want to ask you too.
She is modeling. She actually invited me to. She actually invited me to her first modeling thing on February 4th, which probably can't make, but we start shooting the 5th. So she understands that because the balance of me saying,
right.
See, my mom be like, yo, your birthday gonna be when I see you.
Yeah.
Your party's gonna be when I'm off. Like if you wake up like, it's my birthday, all that shit, like, well, ain't no birthday now.
Yeah.
You're the same age to next year when I can catch you on your birthday. And that's just how she was. Like, don't put too much pressure. I never apply too much pressure to people on my birthdays, on Christmas. I don't want nothing. Get me what you feel like you want to get me. I love draws. You want to give me some underwear? Not my male buddies, no thanks. But if you know my draw size and you a man, we ain't friends no more. Paying too close attention. I like the simple things. I like socks. I like little stuff that soaps. So like stuff like that. I don't know if I'm.
Man, this is raw.
Oh, okay.
You want to say you good, bro?
Shit, then. Okay. But I like stuff like that. Simplicities in life that just the stuff you just really want. You know what I mean? We come from those families where on Christmas your mama got you stuff you need rather than the stuff you want. You know, so you got Long John. Sure. And you're like, oh, thank you, Long John.
I mean, I remember like Christmas morning waking up and you get these big boxes thinking you got toys and whatnot. It ain't nothing but a whole box of pants or socks or t-shirts.
My mama got us pots and pans. I'm like, well, okay. But so yeah, man, I think it's I don't know, the balance itself, all around is like, communication is number one with me with everything I do. I don't put too much emphasis on stuff, and people know that. And I just had this discussion with one of my girls. It was, she said I hold nothing dear. Like Thanksgiving was coming up.
Yeah.
And this is Karita has been. She's like maybe 5 years. She's been with me, and Coco's been with me almost 8 years. And she's like, damn. So these girls are coming over for Thanksgiving. I don't care who's there. It's a couple ex-girls from Chicago.
Yeah.
Some other people flew in, and my aunt's and whole family's there. Well, she felt at the moment there should be some family time. Like it's me, she's touring, she's in London, Cape Town, shooting. She's a huge model over there, and then Coco's business is booming, and she's modeling here. She's like, this should be family time. And in my mind, I'm like, wait, I ain't never had that. Thanksgiving is, we got together on Thanksgiving, everybody cooked, everybody ate. So far, but lately Thanksgiving been, Deray paid for the food. I cook what I cook, then I have the stuff that people really like, my aunts. I try to take care of all that. It's like Christmas giving kind of thing. Yeah. And I want everybody there that's having a good time. I don't care who it is. And she's like, where's your family time in your mind? In my mind, I'm like, when we go to the movies, when everybody quiet, that's a great family time for me. Like, it was just us three at the movies or something like that, you know.
So what happens on Valentine's Day, like on days like that?
I'm broke. What you talking about? You mean?
So y'all all spend time together, right?
Yeah, but yes. But I'm working on Valentine's Day. So.
Right, yeah, true.
Nope. I sure am.
I mean, you got to work, right?
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be no day after Valentine's Day.
I got one more relationship.
Homeless people have a great Valentine's Day. Just lay up all day.
They're actually wrapping me up, but I do got one more relationship question though. So I didn't realize you had once got married when you was 18 years old.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, are you open to marriage again? And if so, if there was like a law, like, would you marry both of them?
Yeah.
You would?
Why not? It should be that law.
Yeah.
Everything else is becoming a law, and I'm not stepping into people's love or why people love, but why not? If you can afford it, you should be able to show it, just like any other contractual situation where you like they made that legal. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because we talk about things being biblical in some senses, but I mean, from kings and queens from back in the day, people had multiplicity in relationships. Cleopatra had several husbands. You know, that's why it started really.
Right.
With women deciding which men were worthy to be with them. You know, I mean, that's how the reality show started. Then men was like, "Oh, this is a good idea." But I think, I mean, love is love, and the way it worked out for me is I just keep it. It's really family oriented. It's really like it ain't no player type. I delete all those. There's no players, no pimp, no none of that people.
So all the DMs, like you swerving all DMs.
What do you mean?
I mean, because I know, like, after you travel and come to these cities, ladies are hitting you up in the DM, bro.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying.
No.
So you swerving DMs or you not?
Swerving nothing. You mean, do I be like, oh, I'm out here? What I don't do is if I get a nude, some super naked stuff.
Yeah.
I don't be like, send more of this.
Right.
I send very regular stuff. I send thumbs up. You'll never see me on Shade Room. I say thank you. Or if they're sitting with me, the girls, I'll show them. I'm like, look at this nasty ass girl, whatever. I'm like, and I'm sure they're beautiful girls. They get hit on and hit up all the time. The dudes they show me, I'm sure are the worst of the worst. They don't ever show me the billionaire guys hit them up. A couple of my friends have slid in their DMs not knowing the dynamics of the relationship. Like, oh, D-Ray can't be both of them. And they're like, oh, look at you. It don't matter, man. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, though, it's comfortable for me, and I think that anybody who, if you can handle anything mentally, emotionally, physically, with any relationship, and be able to still maintain who you are and how you are, it's easy. It's easy. It's like any other relationship.
Cool. Y'all give it up for D-Ray Davis.
There you go.
Man, so you're here tonight.
Get up his nosy ass.
So you're here tonight and also tomorrow, Comedy Zone. What can we expect, man?
Fun, man. Having a good time in the midst of all this snow and madness and sleet.
Yeah.
I like to say kick it, have a good time. We got been working on my next special, so that's really coming together.
That's what's up.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm
on
happy
Netflix.
About that. I don't know where I'm gonna do it. Whoever got the money.
Word. Please don't act like Monique though and try to boycott Netflix. I say please don't act like your girl Monique and try to boycott Netflix and all that, man.
Monique could do what she want. End of the day, man. I feel like she did it at a time where we were, the doors was opening.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh no, don't close it, Monique, come on. But I was already over there. My special was already over there. Now I got a nice check, my personal, so I wasn't complaining about nothing. Plus, but I stay on the road. I stay working. I stay visual. I stay in other stuff. And Monique just felt like, the amount of work she put in, because you can never put the amount of, you never tell somebody their worth. You know what I mean? You cannot. It's impossible. I tried to do. I learned this, and the weird part is I learned it recently. Ain't like there's some new stuff I learned. Because I book a lot of shows, produce a lot of comedy shows. So this comedian, good friend of mine for years and years, asked for a certain amount of money. And so I said, you ain't funny enough for this. I was like, you all right, but you've been doing the same jokes forever. So basically like that. But without being insulting to him, but just letting him know, like, what am I paying more for? Like, I'm not going to pay new money for an old car type thing. And my business manager let me know I can't tell that man what he thinks he's worth because someone's giving it to him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Monique, in her mind and what she's done, who am I to tear down that pedestal she's placed herself upon by saying, you're not worthy or worth this what you want. The suing part, I don't know as much because I ain't white.
Yeah.
I'm not good at, I don't know, white people know about suing. Black people say we're going to sue just to say it.
Right. I'll take your ass to court and never show
up. All right, watch
right.
this. But, well, a lot of times we can't go to lawyers anyway because we already in trouble for something else. My sister fell off a bus. Fell off a bus and couldn't get a lawyer because she couldn't go to the police because she went to jail.
They probably already had a warrant.
So, yeah.
Cool. Deray Davis, he's here tonight. Tomorrow, Comedy Zone. Y'all get your tickets. They're almost sold out. I believe you said they got like 15 more tickets left. Something like that. You got yours this morning.
He's just making up numbers.
Somebody told me.
We are doing a 6 o'clock show. Though.
6 o'clock show.
And they normally don't do that, but I wanted to do all 6 of my shows. So it's like a right after lunch. Right after who's lunch? But right after
supper.
Happy hour type show. That first one. So it's 6, 8, and 10 both nights.
Dang, this man work hard for real.
I've done 4 shows in a day, 5 shows in a day.
That's what's up, bro.
My feet working. Why not? It's gonna be a time when you're gonna be able to do shows.
Word. So y'all hit the Comedy Zone, get your tickets. I believe that's Comedy